coming out to check on our worm bin and give the worms some food. They seem to be eating everything that I've given them. So now, some more food. These are all kitchen scraps that we've been saving over the last couple of weeks. And some cardboard for them to eat. Coffee grounds, eggshells. We are puppy sitting this weekend, so here's Dexter exploring our backyard. Friends frequently ask me to make videos of some of our travels. Unfortunately, I was never planning on making any vlogs, so I have not taken a lot of footage of our places where we travel. I mostly take pictures. And just this week, a friend was asking me what is my favorite place that I have visited. Well, it's difficult to decide, but one of my favorite places was definitely Rome. One of my favorite things about visiting Europe is how old all the buildings are. So much history in the streets and the buildings. For example, this scene right here was taken from Castello San Angelo, which has served as a fort, a Pope refuge, a prison, and a cemetery. So much history. The reason that we walked into Castello San Angelo was because we got separated from our group. And at one point it started to rain, and so to get out of the rain, we went into Castello San Angelo. It was a great decision because we got to see things that we didn't expect to see. When we got separated from our group, we started wandering around looking for them. One of the first places that we visited was Fontana Trevi, which is one of the landmarks in Rome. As we continued looking for our group, we went on to the Pantheon because we knew that that was going to be one of the spots where they stopped. But we didn't see anybody, but he gave us a great opportunity to visit the place. Again, so much history. We were with a group at the Vatican, which of course is a magnificent place. We as Catholics found it very special to be there, but even if you're not Catholic, you have to be amazed of the history and the architecture of the place. Well, at the Vatican, of course, we had the opportunity to walk into the Sistine Chapel, and I was a good person and I didn't videotape, even though I'm sure that I could have sneaked it in, but I decided to be good about it and didn't videotape while we were in there. We got to see the Pope, but again, we were separated from our group, and our group was mentioned during the introduction. When they mentioned our group, my wife and I cheered very loudly, and everybody laughed at us because we were the only two. Our group was far away from us. Since we were not with our group, we got there very early to try to find a spot and to see if we could see them. But we never did find them. Of course, another one of my favorite spots to visit was the Colosseum. Everybody wants to visit the Colosseum. And just to think of all the things that took place there, it's pretty amazing. One of the things that I learned during the tour of the Colosseum is about the word vomitorium. Very often you hear the word vomitorium in reference to ancient Rome, and where people would go vomit to make room for more food, so they could eat to the point of excess. But actually the word vomitorium refers to the Colosseum, because they were so efficient at emptying out the place that it was like the place was vomiting the way people would exit so efficiently. My goodness. So yes, one of my favorite things about visiting different places in Europe is the antiquity.